Ladies and gentlemen, if you have paid any attention to where we are as I record this on March 23rd, 2020, 4:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are in a place that no human has been, no society has been, no economy has been, no government has been, and everything has changed. Now, for many of my friends who are entrepreneurs, they understand that where there is huge change, there is huge opportunity. Where there is huge adversity, there is a huge window to help people in these adverse times. So, for instance, here in South Florida, every once in a while there is a hurricane that comes. And when the hurricane comes, there are companies that come in and help disaster relief, right? So they clean up the trees, they do all this stuff, and that's their business. And they do very, very well. They get compensated very highly for this. And similarly, around the world, there are disaster based companies that thrive tremendously well. They do extremely well. So in upstate New York, Rochester, New York, there is ice storms, there is snowstorms. Same situation. When a huge snow or ice storm comes in, the power goes out, and companies that have their power and have prepared for this come in and help these various communities that are hit very hard to get the power up and to pick the trees up and all that stuff. So there's that aspect of it. But at the same time, in this day and age that we all find ourselves right here, right now, the question is, what do I do? Because let's just face the reality. A lot of people in the millions last week had a job. And with that job, they knew they would go to work, they would put in the hours, and they would get paid. They no longer have that job. A lot of business owners around the country, around the world, last week had a business that was operational. They had hours of operation, some 24/7, some 9 to 5, and other variations of that. And they no longer have that business up and running. And many of them have employees that are working remotely, if that's capable and possible, and others had to make some tough decisions to let their employees go, or a variety of different possibilities for them. So these companies no longer have their business open. The doors are not open. Their cash register cannot ring. So the business owners last week, maybe this week, don't have a business, and or their business is dramatically different and suffering. And these are businesses, by the way, in the billions to the hundreds of millions to the tens of millions to the millions to the hundreds of thousands, etc. From A to Z, all are impacted, all are affected. And with those businesses not being able to be open and the employees not being able to work, so now we have something where it's the beginning. I was talking with a great friend, and in the 24-hour time clock, we are at 12:03 a.m. This is the very start of this. It continually will expand and push us out of our comfort zones at levels that right now we can't even fathom. Similar to how we can't fathom if I would have told you 2 weeks ago, like for instance, when I was at WebinarCon, there was talk about this virus, and there was talk about, man, thank goodness we slipped this event in and they were able to get it. So Anik and Ron and Andy were able to put that on and host that event, because a week later it would have been canceled. Well, now all since then, all sports have been canceled, all events have been canceled, all et cetera, it goes on. Had we known, and you just said, hey, 2 weeks from now, here's where you're going to be, we'd have laughed and like, oh, come on, it can't get there, and the world economy would be at a standstill. That's We're just in the beginning of this. When we fast forward a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, we're going to be in places that are definitely similarly well outside of our comfort zone. And here's where we have to circle back to what's within our control and what's outside of our control. And I'm going to reference a book that I've referenced. If you watch some of my other videos, I highly recommend you get it. You can go to YouTube and type in this title, and you can find the audio book for free on YouTube. The book is called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. Write that down. This can be very helpful in these times. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Like I said, go to YouTube, and when I get done with this, I'll post a comment of that URL in YouTube, so you can go listen to this. And inside YouTube, you can go to the gear icon and press playback settings and do 2x. Listen to it at 2 times the speed to listen to it faster. But that's where we have to circle back to, ladies and gentlemen. We have to recognize there's a lot in motion that's outside of my control, outside of your control, outside of any government leader's control. It's heading in a direction that is heading, and there's really not much we personally can do about that other than take the locus of control to what can I do. And so I'll share this with you. The first thing you need to recognize is what they say when we're on an airplane and they start giving the safety warnings. And if the oxygen masks come down, what do they say? You have to put your oxygen mask on first. If you're a parent, make sure you put yours on first and then your children's. Don't try to put your children's on first. So in this day and time and age of uncertainty, make sure you are taking care of yourself. And what taking care of yourself means is drinking the proper amount of water. Remember to hydrate yourself. Remember to hydrate yourself. Not with alcohol. Water. Hydrate yourself. Make sure you're moving. Emotions. To keep your emotions, your mental, physical, emotional state on the right path. Sitting around watching TV all day is not going to do that. Sitting around watching videos all day is not going to do that. Getting up and moving will help you. When you're in motion, your emotions will be much, much better. And you'll have a stronger foundation of taking care of yourself, putting your oxygen mask on first. Another thing that I'm big on is not eating hypnotically, robotically, socially, which nowadays socially you don't have to worry about. There's really not much social interaction happening, correct? But out of boredom, out of procrastination, out of fear, emotionally eating, those aren't the best to do because we're in this uncertain time and there's a lot more time on your hands. And I would encourage you to break out of that unconscious hypnotic eating pattern and put it into a real conscious and intentional path of your eating intentionally, not out of boredom, not out of habit, not out of routine, not out of hypnotic unconscious eating, but consciously, intentionally eating, and also choosing the right fuel for your body, which are the foods and liquids that you put in your body. These are just the basics of taking care of yourself, making sure that your mind, your physical body is all being taken care of properly. So take care of yourself in those manners. And then what can you do? Well, what you can do is assess who do I need to be in this moment and how can I provide value to those in need, whether that's face to face in your community, whether that's online. What can you do and how can you be of some sort of impact, some sort of gift to some people. And these are just some basics. I wanted to make sure that let you know that you will pull through this. We as humanity are resilient, and it's going to get a little out of what we have known as the norm in the past, but we will persevere, we will pull through. That said, I'm giving you this gift of adversitycode.com. Go to adversitycode.com and use the coupon code of Corona, and you'll be able to get that for free. And inside this is a course that's impacted people in numerous countries around the world. It's going to be helpful to share some stories of how to help you not just survive, but thrive in adversity. And I've also put a few more resources in there that are for some close friends and heroes of mine that have shared some things publicly that I feel can be helpful to you as well. And it's 100% free. So just go to adversitycode.com, use Corona as the coupon code. There's a video there or video on that page that will show you how to do it if need be. But you will pull through this one step and one day at a time. So the other thing is when you put your oxygen mask on yourself, mentally, don't go down the path of going extremely fearful, right? Go down the path of recognizing and reminiscing of how many times you've overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles and challenges. And you're still here, right? So you can and you will persevere. You will become resourceful. You'll do what is necessary. You'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to make it through this one step at a time. And one step and one day at a time, you will have more confidence. You will have more assurance of, all right, I'm gaining a foundation, a footing of now knowing what's mine to do and taking those steps on a daily basis to ensure you're preparing and doing what's necessary for your own best interests, your own family's best interest, your community's best interest, and those that you care about's best interest. So it's going to be very interesting. Strap your seatbelt on. We are living in one of the most amazing times of humanity, and we have been in that stage up until now. But the other thing is to focus on gratitude. And I think what you're going to see, and I'm already noticing, is I'm recalling and focusing on the things that I'm grateful for that I took for granted just a few weeks ago. right? So just go into focusing on that gratitude. Know that no matter how outside your comfort zone you get, there's a lot to be grateful for. So remember those things, journal them possibly, and get ready. It's going to be one heck of an amazing ride. Honored our paths have crossed on this, but go get adversitycode.com. Use the coupon code Corona, and my hope is that can help you get additional foundation to take care of yourself and know uh, that you don't know what you don't know, but you're willing to take this journey one step and one day at a time, doing what you feel is yours to do. And as you witnessed in your history, you get there. Somehow, some way, you overcome these seemingly insurmountable obstacles and reach the destination that maybe you didn't even foresee. But one step at a time, you get there. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be an exciting challenge. It reminds me of going into Marine Corps boot camp. Didn't know what to expect. Just knew it was my duty to give my all each and every day. And in doing so, giving my all each and every day, I was able to become the #1 honor man for my platoon and lead our platoon to winning all that's capable of being won, just by not knowing what the next day was going to hold, but knowing that I was going to be fully present and do what was mine to do at the best I was able to do it, the fastest, the best, one step, one day at a time. Made it through that 3 months of ridiculous, crazy, outside of your comfort zone type of chaos, and was awarded the honor man. Oh, I was thrilled to receive that. But so that inspiring to you is just not knowing what's around the corner. Just do what's yours to do each day, and watch how it will all work out. All right, I'll keep some updates coming, but go get adversitycode.com. Use the coupon code of Corona to access it for free, and I will see you inside that members area. Till next time, make today great.